Welcome everyone to day one of our Happiness Habits Challenge here at Lemon Rebellion. It's also the first day of the summit, and we're talking about developing a greater appreciation for life today. I'm actually talking today. I'm talking on Wholebeing Happiness, and I'm joined by Christina, by Christine, by Nicole, and by Lisa. We're all going to be talking about developing a greater appreciation for life. But I'm here to talk about our very first happiness habit in our challenge. Now, I hope you had a chance to join Jamie and me at the live yesterday on Sunday, where we introduced the challenge, and I also talked a little bit about why we want to do it, why we're doing it at the summit, and I talked about the happiness ladder. So there is a video for you to have a look at the happiness ladder and why we're using this as an assessment tool every day on the challenge. So please have a look at that. And we're going to start every Happiness Habits Challenge day with asking ourselves, where are we on the happiness ladder? So you've got your ladder from 0 to 10. How happy are you now? I am at about an 8. How are you? So anywhere on the scale from 1 to 10 on the ladder. And write that down in your tracker, because we're going to be looking at this through the week. What happens to our happiness? What happens to our whole being happiness? What happens to our understanding and experience of happiness when we use the happiness ladder? Okay, so now on to the first challenge, the first habit, and I've kept it super easy for today. Because today is a big day. There's lots of us talking. It's the beginning of the summit. There's a lot happening. So today is easy. It's so easy, it's automatic. You're doing it already. So, can you guess? It's breathing. I told you it was easy. We have to breathe. Life is about breathing. Without breath, we're not alive. So for developing a greater appreciation of life, our happiness habit challenge is breathing, and to bring attention to our breathing. So any time during the summit, during the day, this evening, when you remember and you notice that you're breathing, bring attention into your body and take a long breath like this. And then take another 2. So in total, you're taking 3 long, strong breaths. And see what happens. Because it's rather magical. Whenever you do it in the day, whether it's brushing your teeth, whether it's listening to one of us talk, whether it's thinking about what's worrying you, bring attention, and 3 long, strong breaths is doing some amazing things to our body and to our brains. And this is why breathing, not only fundamental to being alive, is fundamental to whole being happiness. So the first thing it's doing when we breathe deeply and slowly and mindfully is it changes our brain waves. So we go from a very busy high beta brainwave that looks like this, and it calms down into beta and possibly into alpha, which looks more like a meditation brainwave, and even more so possibly into theta, very restful. So that's the first thing that's happening. The next thing that's happening is if you've got an overproduction of cortisol and adrenaline, which many of us have got. If we're under stress right now, or we're going through adversity, or we're in trauma, our bodies are producing adrenaline and cortisol, which are essential to us. So don't get me wrong, we're not shutting these down. It's about an overproduction and running our entire day on cortisol and adrenaline. That's what we don't want. So by bringing attention to your breath and taking 3 long, strong breaths whenever you remember, is going to start shifting and reducing, bringing down the adrenaline and cortisol. And what that does, very magical, is it opens space up for the 4 happiness hormones, or happiness chemicals, hormones, neurotransmitters, and that's oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins. And we want more of those. So that's our challenge for today. Get breathing and have fun, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.